You wake up to news that the Canadian troops are invading North Dakota. What's your first move? Most likely laugh, assume it's a South Park joke and go along with my day. X200B. Or be very worried that North Dakota fucked around with the Canadian gooses or mooses. Meeses. Moosin? The biggest fears, and now they have entered the find out stage of their transgression. X200B. Either way, if Canada is putting their boots to your asses, you earned it. X200B. X200B. Honestly, I'd be less surprised if it was Australia invading North Dakota. Or maybe it's actually Aussies dressed as Mounties calling everyone cunts. If Canadian troops decided to invade North Dakota, I would brew a pot of coffee, grab a plate of pancakes and set up a Welcome to North Dakota booth at the border. I would offer maple syrup as a peace offering, initiate a game of ice hockey, and perhaps organize a friendly curling competition to ensure that any conflict turns into a friendly, syrupy showdown. After all, nothing brings people together like good food, sports, and a shared sense of humor, and who doesn't love a spontaneous international breakfast party? Breaking! Canadians are trying to invade North Dakota using kindness and by repeatedly shouting sorry. North Dakotans are beginning to retreat. Many are paralyzed in a state of confusion, unaccustomed to this type of alien-like behavior. The Canadian invaders have doctors by their side, offering to treat their wounds for free. North Dakotans fall into a deeper state of confusion and disbelief. Thousands of North Dakotans have decided to defect to the Canadian front. Why? Then again, after how serious Canadians were during the 2010 Olympics with their hockey team, I believe there's an alternate history where the US won gold, Canada went insane, and now there's a GOT-style wall across the northern border where Canadian ice zombies keep trying to cross over and burn down every American ice rink. Lol, Canadians don't invade with force, they endear themselves and make you welcome them with open arms. And then bam, when you're not looking, all their middle-aged and elderly are moving into the middle-class houses in your town, spending disproportionately more money in local restaurants, bars and shopping centers than most locals. I'll wonder for a few moments on why the hell Canada would want to invade there of all places. But I won't think about it too hard and then go back to sleep. Also, Canada invading anywhere in the US will still be pointless because neither the Leafs or Canadians will win a Stanley Cup in the next 50 years anyways. I will rush to the front line with all of my 50-year-old family and friends surrender. And then have my group refuse to be part of a prisoner exchange until they'd have all their healthcare screenings, surgeries, and treatments done. As a Canadian living in Vancouver, I will immediately try to defect to the American side. Sure, I'm loyal to my country, but we don't stand a goddamn chance. Hopefully USA would consider Seattle's safety before nuking Vancouver. If it was a Navy, I'd say just take out the first canoe. That'd do it, the other three will then head back home. Not sure about the Army, maybe just put down a trail of fries and brown gravy and point them back up north. Seek asylum in Europe. This seemed like a great opportunity to enter the EU and backdoor into citizenship. And before you judge me, I'm Canadian and we do it for other countries. It's our turn. Change South Dakota to just Dakota and move on. South Dakota has the best trusts to hide assets from the government and your family anyways. South Dakota is the better of the two Dakotas. Thumbs up. Look up where the hell North Dakota is. And go for a rip down to join my comrades. Just give honor to liberate our American brethren from watered down Baron Biden. Canadian. Grab a bats, some poutine, and welcome our new flannel and maple syrup overlords. At least now, I won't be $20,000 out of pocket yearly for shitty health insurance. Suspect that they're actually American troops doing a false flag operation in order to give justification for an American invasion of Canada to secure our resources. Turn off Fox News to literally any other channel and realize it's just one cool Canadian trying to give them legal weed, which equals an attack to the rubes. As a Manitoban, go back to bed. Y'all are no too much different across the border than we are, so I think we would barely notice once we assimilate you. Lol. I will have to curb my northern accent so as to avoid my countrymen thinking I'm a Canadian sympathizer, which I would be. Laughs in maniacal Canadian. Tell my parents that I guess I won't be coming home to visit in a few months, since I assume air travel into Canada won't really be a thing by then. I bring some giant Canadian maple syrup bottles and fan the flames by informing the Yanks that Vermont maple syrup is inferior in comparison. Politely ask Canada if they still have the Ninja Stars they confiscated from my friend's car at the border once when we were stupid teenagers. Laugh that they ran out of poutine rations and had to retreat back to schedule doctor's appointments years out for their shotgun shell wounds. Move to North Dakota and get myself annexed or assimilated or whatever they call it. I already like hockey, so we're 97 of the way there. Hold my stomach for support as I laugh until I make myself half sick. Then try to find out who made up this ridiculous story and why. Ask them if they'll take Florida instead. I mean really, Canucks should totally be down for it as they don't have any warm beaches. Yeah, it's alright. I'll check up on it tomorrow. I mean, what are they gonna do? I'm pretty sure we've bought up all the guns. Oh no, what's Canada going to do? Bring free healthcare to North Dakotans? Canadian rule would vastly improve that awful state. Thank them profusely. Then say I'm completely sorry. Then ask them to cool off in the cow pond on my 16,000-acre ranch. It's North Dakota. They can have their in the area, take south as well. I doubt they would be missed. Laugh uproariously. They will be finding out that the quote about a rifle behind every blade of grass is scarily true. I honestly don't think they'd make it past North Dakota before being stopped. Montana would definitely send them packing. Go to Rumble and watch all the videos banned from YouTube of North Dakota rednecks annihilating Canadian troops. Personally don't care. If they go any further then I would probably care but not do anything since I'm in Texas. Wish them the best of luck and pray for their souls as they discover why we can afford universal healthcare. Go about my day. Those indie squareheads should be able to deal with asshole Canucks in pretty short order. Let them. They can invade our whole country for all I care. At least we'd get universal healthcare finally. Just as long as they don't bomb the Baldwins, we're good. Double check to make sure it's not an onion. Why would anyone fight for either Dakota? As a North Idahoan, I'm already involved. Possibly fighting for the Canadians. Not completely sure. Head to my dad's tackle shop and grab all I can. Then me and the boys will head into the mountains. Laugh. I think ND is in the top list of gun owners. This would be a bad day for the invaders. Great, I just spent a $156 admission fee and now I probably won't be allowed to study there. Canada. Jump on Reddit and see what meme people are making and what the non-credible defense subs saying. Help them. The Canadians, that is. They can have North Dakota. They can have Ohio after that. Again? Weren't you listening when I told you bears are to your north? South is America. Man facepalming. Check on the activities of their nuclear subs in the Great Lakes and 3 surrounding oceans. Are you packing syrup? If not, then game on. Otherwise, I've got these pancakes I can share. Considering that I live too close to the border, looks like I'll be playing some Hunger Games. Not worth upsetting our closest allies over a worthless tract of frozen, windswept wasteland. Ask them to politely leave. If they're true Canadians, they'll leave in a respectful manner. I wonder who's actually attacking North Dakota that the 51st through 60th state need to help. My mill lives there, has for 88 years. I can see her pitching a fit. I'm popping popcorn. Who wants a Dakota? We want Maine. Direct highway railway from Fredericton to Montreal. Excellent. Our takeover of the USA has begun. Healthcare and poutine for all Americans. Go right back to sleep since I live clear across the country from North Dakota or Canada. Lowell, go back to bed for a couple hours. Our NG engineers could take out Canadian troops. Tell them not to stop there and go for the twofer of South Dakota. They can have Nome. Place a bet on Paula Market that North Dakota wins because... Come on, they're Canadians. Please put California on your invade list. We have natural resources you can exploit. Go to Dakota so Canadians take me as prisoner of war so I can get health insurance. Wonder what's so special about North Dakota. Realize it's nothing, and care less. Revenge for McDonald's buying out Tim Hortons coffee supply chain. Justified. Search for a live stream. I assume they're mostly fighting bears and bobcats. Nothing. I'm Canadian and don't care one way or the other about North Dakota. See where I can go to sign up for guaranteed citizenship and free healthcare. Go back to sleep. North Dakota doesn't exist. They'll be searching forever. Reminds of the time Russia invaded its great neighbor Ukraine. Oh, never mind. Turn over and go back to sleep. No one cares about a Trump-supporting state. Call Trudeau and demand an apology. Then bill Canada for emotional damage. 2 failed societies going at it. Lol. Sit back and laugh in Australian. Check on a few other news sites to see if that's really what's going on. Check the weather and make sure I'm not downwind from Toronto or Ottawa. Have you seen North Dakota? We'd be getting the short end of that stick. As a North Dakotan-born, naturalized Canadian citizen, I am conflicted. Pretty sure North Dakota will retaliate and conquer all of Canada Day 2. Try to send word to the 7 people living there the Canucks are coming. Laugh, and tell Canada, come on, guys. You sure you want to do this? Shrug. Wait to be overrun. Schedule a couple of medical appointments. It will be over by the time I finish brushing my teeth and showering. Do what I can to save the corn and wheat. Nah, just messing with ya. North Dakota? Nice try. You'll know it's real when we invade Hawaii. Good luck dealing with North Dakotans, Canada. Please, have at 'em. Stay in my house. Hope they win. Bringing healthcare and sensibility. They bring maple syrup and healthcare. They are welcome in my heart. Minnesotan here. I'd be disappointed they didn't choose us first. Hot fools fell for the decoy. Dakota. Why do you think we have two? Remember, there's a state called North Dakota. Then go back to bed. Go right to the front lines and ask them what this was all about. They won't get any further south than Myrtle Beach. I'll be fine. Make sure I get some smokes for Ricky. That oughta calm him down. Fill up my truck with gas, and as many gas cans as I can afford. I would probably have to go to work still. I'm close to Canada. Start making waffles and ask them if they have any maple syrup. For the first time in my life, consider moving to North Dakota. Prepare to be attacked by meese in 2 months and go back to bed. Tell them they won and offer South Dakota as a truce offering. Check the news to see if the French have already surrendered. US universities will protest North Dakota if they fight back. Well, I live in South Dakota, so nothing. Let's Canada have ND. Ask if we can settle our differences in a polite hockey match. Load the shotgun while sitting in a warm bath of maple syrup. I for one welcome our new health insurance giving overlords. Sit back and hope I can apply for Canadian citizenship soon. They probably have their reasons. Probably hockey related. Wave a white flag and ask if I can join them in their fight. Go see if they have any Canadian bacon. Make some breakfast.